Tell me that story about Biff again.
So Biff was up on the stage doing a set. I don't know what the actor's name is. He's up on the stage doing a set, and he's playing acoustic guitar, and he's singing a song about all the stupid questions he gets asked about filming Back to the Future. And he's like just so fed up. So the name of the song is "Don't Ask Me the Question." So how do hoverbirds work? I don't know. So don't ask me the question. And it is good. It is entertaining.
That's what the people always ask him.
Yeah.
That's
Are those red numbers? Are we recording?
It could be.
It's official?
It could be.
Oh, my goodness. We're doing it now?
I think we're recording. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we're recording. It's like a legit thing.
All right. So that show, Reboot. Do you miss that show?
No.
Did you watch it?
No, and the worst part is I did watch it, yeah. I mean, like, it was like one of the first like 3D graphics, like whatever things. Excuse me, you have to deal with a little bit of a cough due to cold.
Oh, dear.
The one thing about that, it was piss poor when you look back on it now, but it was like...
It was cutting-edge
technology with... what was his dog's name?
Brisket.
No.
Frisket.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was Frisket.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, and then Glitch was his thing that stayed on his arm. Right?
Glitch. Yeah, I remember that.
Enzo was the boy.
Frisket doesn't sound right.
It was Frisket. And then it was Dot. Matrix was the female interest. And there was Mike the TV. There was... they lived in Mainframe.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was two villains. And I'm going to have a hard time what the villains' names are.
I thought there was like a Chip.
The villains were
I thought his dog's name was Chip or something.
No, it was Frisket. It was Frisket. He was red and yellow. He was red mostly with a yellow underbelly. He had a big head. He looked kind of like Don Cherry's dog, kind of.
It was not an entertaining show.
It was an amazing show.
No, it wasn't.
What was good about that show is that they, in the story of the Matrix itself, they were progressing with technology. So they lived in a crappy computer, and then the crappy computer got connected to the internet, and that caused all sorts of chaos. But as the show progressed, their animations got better. So it showed like, oh, their animation is getting better, and they were commenting on how things look better to themselves because technology is progressing, and they're going into a new system. What happened was, in the end of the show, it ended up being a really cool mythology that they made up.
I think the idea of it's awesome. I just think that it wasn't that entertaining.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah,
it was great.
I wasn't into it.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved that show, man. I loved that show. It was
the most annoying part now, though, is I think that I'm so sick of hearing about there being a reboot.
I know.
Like it's like annoying
just
now.
Don't do it.
It's like people are making it like it's a joke. Either do it or don't.
Well,
like, I'm over it. Like
there's
make it a
clickbait
reboot
about shit. Like they make that shit up. Like I clicked on a thing like an idiot about Married with Children coming back. Like just because. Oh,
because like
what if
a
this
dream
is real?
That would be
right. That'd be amazing if they just had one reunion thing, and it would be great. I mean, getting Christina Applegate and Lauren, whatever her name is, and Ed O'Neill, of course.
Lauren. Katie Seagal.
Katie Seagal. Thank you. Is that her name?
Peg is Katie.
Peg
Seagal.
is Katie Seagal. Yeah, my boyhood crush. Yeah, I should know her
boyhood
name.
crush or still.
I still got the hots for her. If I watch that show, like I still like. I'm not looking at Christina Applegate. I'm not looking at Kelly. I'm looking at
Peg.
I'm looking at Peg, man. Peg drove me nuts.
Bouncing those pegs on the.
Oh God, Peg was so hot. It was insane. And she'd like prop him on the couch and tell him, "Rub my tushy." And I'm like, God damn it! And he'd hate it. He'd be like, oh.
"Give me some bonbons."
I remember. And she was insanely slim. Like he's complaining about his like fat, gross wife, and like, this girl's a smoke show. This woman's amazing looking.
I forget what the number is, but like she's only like 6 years older than Christina Applegate.
Is that really?
It's something ridiculous like that. I'll look that up.
Well, she was probably like 17, or maybe Christina Applegate was older than she was playing. That makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah, and she was like,
so Peg would have been like 32, and she would have been like 26 or something.
Playing, yeah.
Well, that's what they get. They get like 28-year-olds to play.
I might be off. It might be 10 years, but like even still, 10 years, and it's her daughter. She didn't have the kid at 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
What am I looking at?
I mean, things were different in Wanker County, where Peg was from, so who knows? You can get pregnant at 10 out in Wanker County. Mike's Googling.
I'm Googling. You can continue to tell that story. I can't find...
Mac is Googling.
Yeah, you were telling a story about Reboot, and I totally fucked it up.
That's fine. No, you didn't fuck it up. I just liked how, as technology progressed, the show progressed with it, and things looked better with it. And then, like, they accidentally developed a cool storyline. Because the show went on for, like, 10 years, right?
Okay, so, yeah. Sorry about this.
No,
I just found it. Mm-hmm. Katie Seagal was born in 1954, and Christina Applegate was born in 1971.
That's a gap. That's 15 years. Oh my God,
17
years.
So I mean, in the world of Married with Children, I guess Peggy Bundy could have had a child at 17 years old.
Well, they got pregnant in high school, did they not?
Oh yeah, okay.
I believe they got pregnant in high school. Yeah.
Is that what ruined his pole kai career?
No, I don't. Oh, you know what? I don't know what ruined his pole kai career. Because was it an injury?
It might have been an injury. Yeah, I think it was.
It might have been an injury or marriage.
That should be in your trivia.
Oh, I got too many married with children questions in it already. Too many.
Okay.
I've really tried to scale my trivia that I'm writing to not be about things I know.
Yeah.
Because it started off that way. I wrote like 150 questions. I'm like, these are all things I know, so I get a dig out of people not knowing them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's selfish and ridiculous.
And nobody else has fun but you.
Yeah. That's almost like hedonistic. It's like, hey, look at all this shit I know. I'm the trivia master.
Yeah.
But I also got called out because a bunch of questions I didn't even look up. So I started like writing questions, not even looking up the answers.
And then you're wrong.
I got corrected. I started previewing some questions to friends, and they're like, "You're so wrong. What the fuck is wrong with you?"
And then you have to look it up.
Yeah, I looked up like who did all the voices on The Simpsons once, and it was Dan Castanella. I thought it was Frank Azaria.
Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. I thought he did Grandpa Simpson, and it was Dan Castanella did Grandpa.
I think I corrected you on that.
It was you and Uli. Uli corrected. Yeah, both of you. Yeah. Everyone was screaming at me. And then I was like, Yeah,
you asked that question, and I was like, Dan Castanella, and you were like,
It's almost like a journalist. You publish one wrong fact, and then all your facts are into question, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, I got to go back to the drawing board and rewrite everything and actually Google all my own questions. And fuck. God damn it.
Do you have to pee already?
Yeah.
Fuck. We'll be back.
How'd you get these made already? Fucking guy. Oh, we're back up?
The coaster?
Yeah, the Spatchcock Cowboys
koozie. What, is this koozie or a cozy? Because I've been calling them koozie. That's what I've been calling them, but only because I got corrected.
Cozies are like tea cozies. That's a koozie.
I'm down for either, but I was calling them cozies because I just thought they were making my beer cozy.
No.
And then someone was like, "It's a koozie." I was like, "I don't give a shit." That sounds weird to say, but sure.
That's a koozie.
Medill.
What about
got them both made for Willie and I.
Thanks to her. What does she like? Oh, as a gift or something?
Yeah. Actually, since the last time we recorded, I started a whole new Instagram.
Yeah, Mike's pretty much ditched me for another
for a barbecue adventure called Spatchcock Cowboys.
Yeah, it's going. It's going as with the amount of interest that I take in barbecue. Well, but that's about it.
Honestly, I think barbecue is such a huge fad on Instagram right now that all you do is you go on, you type in the letters BBQ, and hit follow. And do it to about 1,500 to 2,000 people, and by the time you wake up in the morning, you've got 1,500 fucking followers. Yeah. It's just like
I should look up other hot dog interest people. I suppose maybe I'd be plugged into the net on other hot dog.
You'd be in the whole wiener community.
Hot dog centric people. Yeah, I never thought of even doing that. That's interesting.
Well, that's that. Yeah, you want to make it big.
I looked up all the other Justin McDonald's online.
I started a Mike Smith club.
Did you?
Yeah, on Instagram. So I got Mike Smith Club at Mike Smith Club, and I went and just searched every Mike Smith I could find and added them. And then every now and then somebody will be like, "It's like you have a new follower," and if they're not named Mike Smith, I'm like, "No, booted."
Well, I was originally Mike Smith, but then I got married. And
get the fuck out.
Sorry, buddy.
There's one guy I added and then saw who he was, and he was like major Trump supporter, like right wing, whatever. And I was like, "You're not invited."
Yeah, you're not invited.
Yeah, you're out of here.
Discrimination. Sorry, Mike. I'm all for that. That's a form of discrimination.
My big plan: just add them all, and then I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I got this great certificate for all the Mike Smiths out there. Send me $5. I'll ship it off to you. I'm gonna see if I can make it rich."
Let's start you should start a Mike Smith lottery. Remember, like every Mike Smith in the world sends me $5, and I'll just randomly select one Mike Smith.
That's even
to
better.
Receive all the money.
a 50-50 draw.
Yeah, and you get in. You're in upon sending the $5.
50-50 draw. I get half.
All the Mike Smiths in the world.
And one other Mike Smith in the world gets the other half.
Yeah, sure. Why not? The other half. I would give the whole bounty out, but I mean, you are the administrator.
No, the only reason I'm doing it is to try to make some money.
That's what it's all about.
I have to say I'm probably the coolest of all the Mike Smiths on there.
There's way cooler Justin McDonald's on mine. There's like
well, that's easy.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty dope. But this guy, he's like an NFL radio host, and then there's a couple other guys. There's actually 2 radio hosts, which is strange because that's what I wanted to do. But both those guys doing that, and there's like a woodworking champion. And there's another guy like a lumberjack, and there's another guy doing like mud running and all that nonsense.
Yeah,
so there's way better Justin McDonald's out there.
I got there's some car. Like it's a good array. There's car guys. There's the chef. You know what? I don't think I've added the actor who plays Bubbles. His name's Mike Smith.
No, it's Mike Jackson.
No, it's not. No.
You sure?
Bubbles is Mike. Yeah, Mike Smith. Trust me, I've heard it a million times. At this point.
My apologies.
Mike Jackson is the guy who plays Trevor.
Oh, that's why.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I wonder how all those fellas are doing.
They're just doing they were doing tour circuits. Who knows what they're doing now? I'm sure they made it rich, man. They signed so many friggin' deals. I don't know what the second guys got though.
They got super screwed, man.
By who? Showcase, I guess.
It wasn't because of Showcase, but honestly, I don't know the whole story. But they don't own any of the rights for their own stuff.
Wow.
Netflix ended up buying the rights for their stuff, so they still, in order to get a show on CBC, I guess you got to give up a lot of the rights to it, which you wouldn't in their position.
They've never been on CBC.
They were originally released on CBC.
No.
Was it Showcase or CBC?
Showcase.
Isn't Showcase a subsidiary of CBC?
It might have been owned by Bell or Rogers, one of those two.
Yeah. So nonetheless, they never owned their own stuff at all.
Yeah.
So they just took it all, and they didn't have the rights to their own characters. Netflix ended up buying all the rights to the show and the rights to their characters, so they could.
Well, no, they still allowed to be their character. I think because they do those all the time, and they go on tour with them and shit. There's no way they're paying Netflix to fucking do that.
You're asking the wrong guy. I just know that they've complained themselves about this very thing. But
I wouldn't be surprised if they're not making any money off the shows, and that's probably why they went and signed deals to do movies.
Well, they started
because they recycled all the
SwearNet too, right?
Yeah, and they recycled a lot of their jokes in the movies too. So they're just like, yeah, we wrote this.
Yeah,
it's my shit.
Yeah, they definitely did. The movies were actually good.
They were great. It was they took all their jokes and they ironed it all out.
No harm in recycling your own best jokes for a movie. I'm on board with that too.
Yeah, no, especially if they weren't making money and they needed to make money,
Well, yeah, I mean, as rich as they get. That's that's a perfect sound for what we're talking about right there. The ice in the glass, the Julian.
Could you hear that in your headphones? Sorry.
Yeah, that's great. It's one of the world's best sounds. You know, I guessed it once correctly in a radio contest, but I didn't get through. But the person ahead of me guessed it right. It's the best, the most favorite sound in that humans' favorite sound of all things. A wine cork popping,
like that.
Yeah,
that
everyone
noise.
loves it.
It might have been really loud. Sorry, guys.
That's fine. No, everyone digs that sound, and I like the ice in the glass, but I really do like wine cork popping.
That sound there.
Well, because it's so fleeting.
I like that.
It's great.
I do that. I don't even know if I'm doing that because I want it to mix up or if I want to hear that.
You know what sound I hate is poker chips flopping around. Everyone loves it, and I despise it.
I like that. Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, I do. Somebody messing with their chips.
You know what? It was fun. And remember, when the poker craze started, and you can buy quality chips and everything, and first you can get the clay ones,
the little tricks.
Yeah, and everyone started doing it. And now I was playing poker, mid 2000s or whatever, a lot, and no one would ever put their chips down. Yeah. So it just started fucking annoying the hell out of me. I was just going nuts. Just can you guys just chill out? And they started showing me their tricks. No, come on. There's no controlling it with people, but they're just doing all the fucking tricks the whole time. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all.
It just drives me nuts when there's 12, when you're sitting at a table of 12. Even at the casinos with all the chaos going on, it's almost like a sensory overload. And what's going on, guys? Fidgeting. It's just fidgety.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
You said you were looking to play some poker this weekend.
Yeah, I'd like to, but all my friends are dads. It's tough, man. Working with their schedules. I focused deeply on making sure that I had a 9-to-5 job. And almost 90% of my friends are shift work.
Yeah.
Train yards, cops, firefighters, all that shit.
Well, there's not many people in the world that are working 9 to 5 anymore.
9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Yeah, I'd love.
Not as many. I mean, there is a lot for sure, but not as many as there was when we were coming out of high school. Everyone was working like Monday to Friday. I remember like Sundays things weren't open.
Yeah,
when we were kids.
Yeah, you had to go to the flea market.
Like stores weren't open. Sunday was still the day of rest.
It should still be that day. It's a mindless consumerism that we ever got rid of. Like Sunday no shows. Like I was too young to remember that.
Well, we're not religious anymore. Like nobody's religious. There's very few people that are religious on Sundays. So.
I find it offensive that it was even religiously based. It should have been like union based, and people just don't open things on Sunday.
Just fucking relax.
Yeah, go chill out.
Just fucking chill out.
That's why I want to go back to Greece, man. Well, go live in Greece. Be a handyman out there. It's like, yeah, I'll see you in like 6 days. I can't go on a Sunday.
I mean, like, everyone gets a siesta. You can go and work.
Yeah.
Go home at 2 p.m. Be like, I'll be back at 6 when it's not as hot. Everyone's
but it's still as hot in your house.
And the person who's there, and they're like, yeah, no, that'd be good. I could go for a nap.
I mess it up there. Our whole Euro trip got blown to bits, this whole COVID garbage.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I lost a couple trips out of this one.
Yeah, everyone did. I had 2. One of them was to Florida. Which is like right in the midst of it.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, we got our money back. Nobody else got their money back.
Oh, we're currently still paying off a trip to
oh my God.
Dominican that we didn't go on.
So you didn't get your money back, and like you got a flight credit.
We have a credit, but it's on our. It's like it was on a line of credit. We're like, whatever, we'll come back and we'll pay it off, no big deal.
Yeah.
But now we're still paying it off, and we didn't get to go on the trip.
Brutal. We got our money back because, as just a gift from God, we got a notice to jury duty for Bree.
Wow.
Or a court appearance or something.
Yeah.
So it was just like, okay, well, if I have to do this, and then you're allowed to tie your spouse into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, can't do it,
and they can't say no to refunding it.
It wasn't it was a subpoena. It was a subpoena to court for Bree for whatever reason, and she's just like, well, we can definitely use this to get our money back because I know we're insured for this, and otherwise, don't buy flight insurance. I don't know. If don't ever buy it.
We buy like travel insurance.
Yeah, don't buy flight insurance.
But all the flight and trip insurance and everything is like we've never bought it. Mm-hmm. And because I'm like, well, what the fuck's going to happen? Like a world pandemic?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And that's exactly what they require. And then if a world pandemic happens, it's still, well, we'll give them credits.
Yeah.
For a jetliner that probably isn't going to exist by the time.
I mean, if we had insurance, like say you bought with one of those credit cards that has the travel insurance, you would have got your money back. And you have to make a claim. They probably would fight you on it somehow. But
I'm not kidding you. 75 emails later.
Yeah.
They red tape you as much as they can. And Bree just wasn't having it. She's like, no, fuck that. She had every document on hand at all times. They did everything to red tape.
So it would have been hell to try to get that back.
They're counting on you giving up. They're truly just trying to fuck with you. It's like, no, you have to go back to this person and fill out Form B again because you filled out Form B before this date.
That's what it feels like when I'm dealing with the puppy we just got.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Like I'm based entirely on tiring him out. It's like, no, just tiring him out. Like, he's not going to beat me. I'm going to tire him out.
Mike got a little puppy named Grumpus. What's the actual breed? Is he just a mutt?
Cockapoo.
Cockapoo.
Cocker spaniel.
A cocker spaniel and a poodle.
Yeah.
Like a French poodle? Like, what's a regular poodle?
I don't know.
What's a regular poodle look like?
Is there a French poodle and a poodle?
I think so. The French poodle is the one that you always see in cartoons that have the puffs all over them.
I thought that was just a haircut.
And they look like greyhounds with like a perm or a like.
They have like balls on their tails and shit, right?
Yeah, that's a French poodle.
But I thought that was just a cut.
Yeah, it's a cut, but nonetheless, it's a French poodle. So I don't know what a French poodle looks like before that cut either. I'm running off Bugs Bunny, but
no idea, man.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's going to be like the same as my dad's dog. Similar-ish.
Good dog.
He's a little darker.
Yeah, okay,
right now, he looks fake. He looks like a stuffed animal.
Yeah, he's cute. He's a cute little bastard.
Yeah.
I'm in the cat market now.
Yeah, I saw that you wanted a cat.
Well, I'm cat sitting for people that are almost basically strangers to me now. I'm looking forward to seeing them, but they're selling a house, so I get to go pick up their cats and keep them for like X amount of time. And I think from the text message I was getting, I think she's hoping I just keep him.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, you're going to fall in love with him and want to keep him. I'm like, I'll just see in a week or so. Because I don't want two full-grown cats that
You want to go through
I don't get to name them.
Stage.
I'd love to. I mean, the kitten stage is like 6 weeks, and then you got a full-grown cat anyway, but nonetheless.
Then they're all used up.
They're the older they are, the cuter they ain't. But I'd still like to be around for that stage and get to name them. I don't want to rename a cat. It seems like a shitty thing to do to a cat, even if
cats really don't come to their name half the time anyway.
Almost all of my cats have come to their
names. That's what everybody who owns a cat says, but I've never really seen it very often.
Well,
I mean, Abigail does, but sometimes I'm questioning if it's just like she's like, I'm going to get robed.
Post my sister being around, after my sister moved out, the cats would start coming to their names. But prior to that, they'd only come to whistling. And my sister can't whistle. Like, she just can just blow air through her teeth at a high-pitched, horrific sound. You know, just a horrible fucking sound. And then the cat would come running to that sound because it would know it would get pet. Yeah. So all the cats would respond to that sound. Now, if I would just to Chloe or Ruby, and I just say, like, Ruby, like a super bassy voice, she'd know she can come get pet. So they'd run over.
There you go.
No. It's just
you and Brie have never had a pet.
No, she's not one for animals, but
you're just doing it.
And I'm hyper allergic. Like, I'm horribly allergic. So,
why are you gonna do it?
Because I just want a cat, dude. This whole COVID thing, I should have had a cat this whole time. This whole time would have been amazing if I had a cat the entire time. Like, I'm cool. I'll stay on a plane.
Why don't you get one of those? There's hyperallergenic cats.
No, there isn't. It's all pet dander. Dogs. Everyone that says like hypoallergenic dogs and hypoallergenic
well, like there's
cats.
percentages, but you can do it like. Friends of ours that live in Toronto, they just lost their cat.
Yeah, Loki.
Yeah, that was a cat that like Alex is like crazy allergic, and he was like, I can bury my face in that cat, and I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm not buying
it. He was like, go ahead and do it, and I was like, I'm not going to ruin my night and to find out it's not true. But he swore by it. He said it was fine.
You know what? It's different thing, especially if you live with a cat. I grew up living with cats.
Get one of those hairless cats. No dander.
They're horrible looking though. They're horrible.
They look like a nutsack.
They're awful. My friend, our podcaster has 2 hairless cats.
Okay.
Rizza and Jizza. So Justin Bruckman of the Justin Bruckman Experience. Yeah. What is it called? Podcast Adventure, Justin Bruckman Experience. But yeah,
we're gonna have him on here.
That's
gonna happen.
Now he's he's got a really open schedule now.
Yeah, so we're gonna get him on here. We've been chatting with him. We're having a hard enough time because my schedule's been shit and
mine's been
losing a lot.
Wide open. Me and Mike have had some blowout arguments.
We've
had some arguments.
Heated discussions.
My schedule's been open for 3 fucking months, and what have you been doing?
Yeah,
but because really, your schedule's been a 9 to 5. Like you've never had that before. So I'm like, okay, this opens up everything.
It has been. I don't know. It's been like a busy as fuck summer.
It has. You've got a lot of work done.
Yeah,
and now you got a goddamn pooch.
Yeah. But I mean, well, I'm. This was actually a communication breakdown. I was like, "Yeah, Friday. See you Friday. I'm done at like 8 p.m." And then next thing we know, McDee's knocking on the window.
It's over in 15 minutes.
He's
scratching on the window.
It's not. And it's like, okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's see if we can record.
Oh, I had a horrible one of those once. So there's in the area I live, there's something called the Brooklyn Fair.
Yeah.
The area we live it's called the Brooklyn Fair. And I messaged a friend of mine I hadn't talked to in a while. I miss her a whole bunch. I'm like, hey, the Brooklyn Fair is on. Are you guys going down? And she's like, yeah, we are going to go down. I'm like, okay, I'll be at your place. You know, this exact same kind of miscommunication happened. I just said, I'll be at your place shortly. And she just wrote like, ha, ha, ha. But I didn't see that. I just called an Uber and just ran up to her place. Because, you know, the way the communication went, it went just like that.
They were like going the next day.
Rang the doorbell. No answer. Both cars are there. Knock on the door aggressively. No one answers. Like, okay, this is weird. Okay, I'm just going to go in because I know they're home.
They said they were going to the fair.
They said they're going to the fair, so maybe there's going to be a note for me, or maybe just like they don't have their phones. Maybe they're in the backyard in the pool or something. I'm just going to go in. So now I'm walking in. I walk into the house, and it's a ghost town. I'm like, oh, and they got a young girl there. I think she's like maybe 9 or 8 years old. I don't want to scare her, so I just start saying her name. I'm like, Quinn. So now I'm walking around in someone's house.
Saying the kid's name.
Saying the kid's name. And they were upstairs banging.
Oh,
and they hear a stranger in the house going like, Quinn. Queen. They're like, what the fuck? So, like, he comes down, all red face. He's like, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm like, I told your wife I'm coming over. He's like, what? What the fuck's going on? So like 20 minutes and a beer. I'm just like, so I'm going to go, right? And they're like, yeah, it's cool. You should just go. Maybe we'll meet you at the fair. And this was horrible. I haven't seen you guys in a year. And this is how I show up. And I had a 2-4 with me.
Yeah, of course you did.
Like, this is so bad.
So you still sat there, finished a beer while you were like, because you probably cracked a beer at the
well,
front door.
like, he cracked a beer, and we sat down, and he's like, she'll be down in a minute. I'm like, you guys were totally just banging. I'm so sorry. Like, he's like, yeah, it's cool. I mean, I'm like, so what do we do? And like, she came down, but they can't have the couple conversation. We're like, are we doing this? Are we not doing this? Are we actually going to hang out with Justin? And I'm just like, I think I should go. And they're like, you know what? That would probably be best. Why don't you just go so we don't have to have this conversation in front of you or at all.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. So and that's what I did to Mike tonight. Mike said, we'll record on Friday. This is a Wednesday night. We'll record it Friday at like 8:15. I'm like, I can be there at 8:15, like right now. He's like, whatever. And I just showed up at 8:15 thinking that's what he meant.
Well, I was like, I'm free on Friday. Like, how about Friday night? And you're like, oh, buddy, I'll record tonight.
Yeah.
But my next message was already written, which was, I'm done at 8 p.m. And sent. And then that was in regards to Friday night.
Well, what happened there was the same thing that always happens. I screw it up all the time. But either way, we're still recording tonight, and it worked out. Beautiful.
Yeah, after about an hour's worth of troubleshooting trash. But I figured it out. And it was actually always a really dumb thing. I'm not going to admit what it was. But it's just like install files where you select a whole bunch of shit, and you just collect, just install the whole fucking thing. And one of those things kept fucking it up. And then finally I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take the one thing I need.
Well,
and that's the way it went.
You'll be an IT guy someday.
Yeah, maybe.
Killing it. Killing it so far.
We have some news for people. Anyone who's been following the Instagram has seen maybe a few sneak peeks.
Oh dear.
Of something we've been talking about for an incredibly long time.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
And actually, we got a long time ago.
Okay, so here it is. We got the shirts. We got the install some trumpets here. We got the dang shirts, and they're actually quite nice. Yeah. Is that Indiana?
I think I was doing some sort of a Star Wars. It's
not Indiana.
It's it's Xena the Princess Warrior.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you very much.
I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, we got the shirts, and they're goddamn fantastic. Mike, they're not up to Mike's snuff. Mike says the print on them is a little tough.
Yeah, they're a great T-shirt. They're a good quality shirt. The print is gonna, fade and crack like an old shirt. That's fine.
We've had to send some to what I thought was Manchester, England, but it was actually just a young lady with the last name Manchester.
Who lives in Missouri.
In Michigan or something.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Lansing, Michigan.
I was so excited. I'm like, we're going to send one to fucking England? That's awesome.
Which we haven't done yet. So if she's listening, I think her name is Starla.
Oh.
Starla Manchester.
It's coming, girl.
It's coming.
I wish
shoot us a message and remind us.
Yeah, shoot us a message because she trailed off. Now what we're going to do is...
She trailed off, or maybe we did.
The first person to send us a Would You Rather...
Oh, okay.
Gets a T-shirt. Now, Mike, can you illustrate what sizes are left yet? We have greens and blacks, correct?
We got greens and blacks.
All right.
I think we got just about everything. We have at least one of something.
We have full-size runs.
We got
on both green and black.
From small to extra large, we have either a green or a black.
Okay, perfect.
That I can tell you. I'm not going to go check.
All right. So, first person to send us a Would You Rather.
You can check out the two.
Mm-hmm.
One looks like a navy. It's black. Just get over it. Go to the @Dumpster Talk on Instagram. Take a look. There's pictures there.
Uh-huh.
And after this, I'll post another saying, "Hey, we'll get more than one. Would you rather?"
Well, that's the thing. We're going to get a whole bunch, but it's the first person that sends it gets one. And that way, hopefully, we get a whole bunch of Would You Rathers. but the first person we'll award on the next podcast with one.
I mean, who knows when people will listen to this and when they'll actually send them in? Because normally we ask people to send stuff. Nobody sends fuck all.
Well, yeah, but now there's prizes on the line here. This is a legitimate prize on the line. We actually have it. We will pay the shipping to the first person.
Justin's going to pay the shipping.
I'll pay the shipping to the first person that puts it out. And that's the deal. And then, you know what, maybe on the third and fourths or whatever, we'll just allot prizes as they go. Maybe won't pay the shipping on those, but you'll get a free T-shirt. Or maybe just you get exclusive rights to buy one anyway. But nonetheless, we'll put it out there. Now,
so what how about we'll do 3 free shirts. Mm-hmm. The first one gets free shipping. The second 2, just all you got to do is send us shipping and we'll send you a shirt.
That's beautiful. That's a great idea. I love that idea.
First 3 people to send in a would you rather.
Mm-hmm. Now, for an example, I use a would you rather. I said, would you rather own one giant spider or army of spiders? All right? Yeah. And then I open the floor to questions. Right? Now, this is a whole stolen bit, mind you. I totally understand that. Everyone who listens to Comedy Bang Bang out there. Stolen bit, but it's fun. It's a fun game.
We're going to discuss it. We're going to steal that bit. Fuck him. And you can either enjoy it or not. And if you don't, then go listen to that one.
Right.
Who gives a shit?
It's a really fun game. So please send us a would you rather. That's an example of one. You can get complex with it if you want. It's a good deal. It's a fun game.
Yeah,
it's best if we have three
we did them around the campfire for about two or three nights in a row.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it was a lot of fun.
There's some fun ones.
What's funny, I think the most fun is the people who don't want to participate, but then don't want to not participate.
Yeah, they want to ask questions. But I'm sorry, you've already stated your claim.
They give an answer, and they're like, no, but you didn't ask any questions, so you're out. And you're like, no, but I have some questions.
Yeah. You already answered before I even opened the floor for questioning, so you're automatically out. And those are the people that want to ask the most questions. Which is
Do you have another would you rather right now? Because I already did the big spider, army spider. I know the answer.
Which is fun. Yeah, you have to make sure that you actually make sure all the questions are answered in full. And you can take a half hour to answer questions sometimes. They're big time questions. Do I have another one right now? Okay. Would you rather have the mallet, the Super Mario wields? Sorry, just regular Mario or Jumpman.
Like the Donkey Kong hammer.
The Donkey Kong hammer.
It was like the star before star.
Would you rather have the Donkey Kong hammer?
Yeah, the
in
Mario
real life,
hammer.
Or would you rather have the frog suit? I open the floor to questions.
Frog suit was Mario 2?
The frog suit was Mario 3. Mario 2 was that weird game that never really existed.
Yeah, and you had to pull up the vegetables and chuck them and stuff.
Yeah, and Tupperwares. There's Tupperware everywhere.
It did look like Tupperware.
It was Tupperware.
Like cakes and Tupperware.
Yeah.
You're going to have to remember with the frog suit, because I'm thinking Tanuki Mario, I'm thinking cat suit from like one of the more recent Marios.
Yeah, the frog suit was just like, instead of having to like constantly hit the A button to tread water, the frog suit you could just hover in spot. You can move anywhere you wanted just via the control
So it was only
pad.
Good for water levels.
Correct. It was only good for water levels.
If you had the frog suit on outside of a water level, business as usual.
If you had...
So you're on a land level, and you had the frog suit.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be there. It wouldn't help you.
It's just business as usual.
It's business as usual. No front flips, no nothing. You're on land. You know, you're basically Aquaman. You know, you're not helping anybody out.
So I have a question then. So Mario's hammer. I mean, I've only seen it in one use, smashing barrels.
Gotcha.
So I got nothing to grade this on as to how powerful is that hammer.
That's an excellent question, Mike.
Yeah.
That hammer, if you need to equate it to something, it can destroy a high school portable. Right.
To dust?
Yeah, 3 smashes.
3 smashes.
3 smashes end to end. Now, if you came at it halfway,
one Saturn Ion.
If you came
how many
at
smashes?
One Saturn Ion. You're kidding me? One half. If you even go near a Saturn Ion in that
the
thing,
2020 Ford Bronco. How many smashes?
A 2020. That's a 2. That's a 2 smash. If you come from the back, from the side, you're going to get a smash and a half through the side.
Gotcha.
Excellent question.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's how powerful that thing is.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I got to remove a bug from my mic.
Oh, yeah? Is he a good boy?
There we go. Not anymore. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So the mallet is...
Does the mallet have any other special powers?
Well,
other than smash power?
No, it's pretty much any direction you're going, you're kind of like the Juggernaut. Like, you're not going to be stopped. I mean, you're going to eventually get through most obstacles.
Yep.
I'm having trouble imagining an obstacle that the mallet couldn't get through.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Mario could pull that out randomly.
No, you had to earn it. You had to jump and grab it.
You had to jump and grab it.
Yeah.
So,
it would be hanging from the rafters.
Is it going to show up in opportune times? Or do I have to bring it with me from home every day?
That's an excellent question, Mike. No. What happens is that it's going to be hung at random places.
Throughout my life.
Throughout your life forever. But only you can see it.
And only I can grab it.
Only you can grab it. No one else can grab your mallet. Right? They can't even see it.
How often am I going to come across it?
Like Poke stops work on like Pokemon Go. Like that app where you're going to go around and collect Pokemon. Yeah. So it'd be like, however often, a more populated space, the more likely you're going to come across a mallet.
Now, would you say it's as frequent as the Pokemon gyms or as frequent as every time you see a Pokemon?
No, because you can see Pokemons everywhere. So it's like a Poke-Stop kind of thing. Okay. So it's like where you can earn gems and all that stuff.
The stops, right. Not the gyms.
Populated areas. If you went to like the base of the CN Tower, there's like probably like
significant landmarks.
There's a lot of Poke-Stops down there, right? Any statues, any landmarks, things like that. Say if you're in like CBGBs, you're going to find a mallet.
There's going to be a mallet there.
You're definitely going to find a mallet at CBGBs, right?
Well, now it's like
if you're at the bottom of the Statue of Liberty, I don't know what it is. It's high tea now at CBGBs. Was CBGBs in like Manhattan too? Like, was it in like a nice area?
No, it was in Soho, which is a nice area. Now it wasn't then.
You just showed my education of that. I thought Soho was in California. No. Yeah,
it's south of Houston Street.
Oh, at Soho.
Yeah, Houston Street? I think it was south of Houston. Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
And there's a no-ho. Not as popular.
Well, who likes no-hos?
Yeah, there's no-hos and no-ho.
No-hos is a no-go?
Nah. Yeah. No fun.
So, yeah, they're everywhere.
Okay.
Essentially. You're going to find access to one. Like you would find Wi-Fi, basically, like in that kind of sense.
As often as you find a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yeah, so that was a good question.
Then it randomly just disappears out of my hand once I'm like kind of...
I
have it for the same amount of time?
Yeah, you have it for, I think it's maybe 30 seconds.
Does the music play?
Yes. Yes. The music plays...
Only for me?
No. To everybody.
Perfect.
Quite loud.
Does it come from the hammer? Like the hammer just is like emanating this sound?
It comes off the hammer, and it supersedes any Wi-Fi and PAs and Bluetooth going on around. They'll play the same stuff.
So I look badass.
Yeah, and you're flashing. It's a fucking...
Do I personally take on any powers? Like, can I jump as much as Mario can? Can I now get the same vert?
Yes. Yeah. That's an excellent question. Yes. You can jump quite a bit. But, I mean, you can jump 6 feet and land. I mean, that's about what you could do with Super Mario.
Well, he could jump his height, basically, right?
Yeah, I mean, probably his height twice his height.
And he could do it consistently for the, a long time.
Throughout
I
the duration
could jump
of the mallet.
my height.
Yeah.
Through the duration of that.
Yes, correct.
With ease.
Right, yes. Yeah, with ease. While you had the mallet swinging. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's a lot to think about.
That's pretty good. The frog suit, I mean, I'm not a very strong swimmer.
Right.
So the frog suit, where's the frog suit come from?
It was just like from blocks. You would like hit a block and the frogs would come out. It looked like a frog face.
And so how often do I get to just have I get to have a frog suit?
Yeah, you get to have a frog suit. Now, like...
Permanent.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with this. You get the frog suit, which you can...
Just wear under my clothes.
You can just wear under your clothes. You can fold it up into like something about the size of a cell phone.
So I could have a fanny pack.
Yeah, and you can just smack it, and you're enveloped in it right away.
And then I can stuff it back in there.
It's on, and then you can just smack it again, and it just goes away. Yeah, I know.
I'm going to be a little selfish. I think I've asked enough questions.
I haven't closed the floor for questions yet.
No?
No. There's definitely things you haven't asked yet. There's definitely things you haven't asked yet. But, I mean, you don't
Can I breathe underwater with the frog suit on?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. That's the frog suit, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing what you want, not frog suit.
And it makes me a better swimmer, obviously.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like, it's 1,000 times better swimmer. 1,000 times better swimmer.
Well, I'm already a pretty terrible swimmer. So
like, you could traverse the Atlantic.
I could just swim across the Atlantic.
I swim across the Atlantic 20 minutes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal suit.
That's a big deal suit. I mean, you can do a lot of smashing with that hammer. Can't really do anything else. I can do a lot of jumping.
Do a lot of jumping. You could smash.
Can I run faster too?
Pretty quick. I mean, Mario was, I think, actually, he wasn't encumbered by it, but I think he moved about the same speed with a mallet, maybe slightly faster. So let's say you're twice as fast when swinging that mallet.
Okay.
Right. So you just went from a 11 ambulance speed to a 22. Not bad.
Yeah, like say like in the amount of time of that song, I can run from here to the halfway to the end of my street.
Yeah,
but with the song, I can run right to the end of my street.
Yeah, without any exhaustion either. What do you mean?
But no exhaustion.
So under the power of the hammer, you just swinging.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, no, I think I've made my decision.
Okay. Well, it's funny you say that because I have just closed the floor for questions. So
okay,
all right.
I think I got to go with the frog suit.
The frog suit. I'll tell you that is actually, Mike. Congratulations, that's the right answer.
Oh, thank you, man. Shake my hand.
No, no problem. Yeah. I'll tell you that the mallet is actually a devastating weapon. You don't want that.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah, go on.
So the reason that I would like to go with the frog suit, super selfish. Mm-hmm. One of my biggest fears is to be treading water in the ocean. That is a huge fear.
Yeah, frog suit would get rid of that.
Also, flip side, I just feel like you'd be stuck doing a lot of work for people all the time. And with a hammer with that much power.
Yeah, I mean,
like you'd just be like, everyone would be like, "Oh, dude,
you get paid well
over here."
You get paid well.
Would you though?
You could demolish
Superman
buildings.
Never got paid.
You could demolish. Well, yeah, but he had to hide his powers. He had to.
Yeah, but he never got paid.
Yeah, because
doesn't matter
because his powers were. They're extraterrestrial. It was a
but you couldn't plan jobs. I couldn't plan jobs.
You could plan demos.
It'd just be like all of a sudden be like, oh, there's a hammer. I grab it. And some guy be like, oh, dude,
you can
come give me a hand.
A whole building. You can knock down a whole building in 20 minutes. Just decimate it.
Yeah, but not for me.
Not for you?
Nah, it just doesn't sound like fun work.
That's why it's the right decision, because you would have been shot in the head. I mean, imagine a guy, say you wanted to go down to the corner store and you grabbed a hammer on the way, and you demolished the entire sidewalk and any car on the way. The cops are just going to drop you.
Yeah, because you're just smashing.
You're just smashing everything in sight.
Constantly.
Everything in sight.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. He's just constantly smashing.
You can't stop it. You cannot stop it.
Yeah.
It's a minute. It's what, 30 seconds of
it becomes
absolute destruction in front of you. Oh, yeah.
It is actually technically a cursed hammer.
Well, I mean.
That is a cursed hammer.
Yeah, it's a cursed hammer. I mean, it's a lot of power.
Yeah.
Great power, great responsibility kind of thing.
What would you choose?
Well, I would have chosen the hammer because I see that being more monetized, but I'd be at great risk of my own health. Because I mean, like, we gotta take this guy out that can swing hammers. Like, this guy's got to go. This guy's got to go. We can't have this guy swinging hammers all over town.
Yeah,
it's got to go.
Yeah, you could probably monetize the frog suit though. There's got to be a way to.
Well, you could be a courier.
Yeah,
if you can get a package across the Atlantic in 20 minutes.
Doing underwater work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Underwater welder.
Boom.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost a no-brainer, but I mean, you got to ask the questions.
Yeah, that's true.
Without the questions, you never know, and that's how you play.
Well, it's not.
Would you rather? That's how you play. Would you rather?
It's not done yet, though.
It's not done yet. We're not done discussing it.
Well, you haven't closed the floor for conjecture.
I've. That's if there's more people than you, so that you guys start arguing. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I wish you guys could argue about it, but I've closed the floor for conjecture.
Yeah. I was waiting. I was like, man, I'm really getting to talk about all the reasons why. But yeah,
you got the master in front of you, so it's okay. You have a one-on-one with the master. It's fine.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I still think you should shut it down when you got to like. It's just shut it down. Just like, no, move on.
Close the floor for conjecture. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Because we were doing that, and people were getting frustrated. It's like, wait a minute. So
I was like, do you mind if I tell you why I made my decision? I was like, waiting for me to close it. I thought you were going to close it down. I thought you were just going to be like,
no.
I wish you could.
I was doing that. But I'm sorry, but I've closed the floor for conjecture. Which was fun, too. And we got to move another one. Oh, that was fun.
What's funny is everyone who didn't want to play.
Yeah.
Like, they were kind of in and out, or they were, like, kind of upset because then you told them they weren't allowed to ask questions. But then as soon as they saw that moment where you shut people down by saying, I wish I could tell you that, but I've closed the floor for conjecture, those people were all of a sudden like, okay, I'm in. And then the next round, they were asking questions. Because that was, like, that's the best part.
It's a fun game. It's a very fun game.
It's a great campfire game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And if I were to toot my own whistle, I think I'm pretty good at hosting it. I'm pretty good at hosting that.
Yeah, I only hosted one question.
Oh, did you host one? Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, it was would you rather be able to breathe underwater or be impervious to fire? To heat. Yeah. Be impervious to heat.
Heat and fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know this one. Okay. I don't recall it, so let's
you played the entire thing.
Well, there we go. That's blackout drinking for you. Okay.
I open the floor for questions.
Thank you very much. Okay. Impervious to fire. Impervious to fire. Can I say impervious to heat, impervious to fire? Therefore, I could swim in a volcano.
I mean, I don't know the buoyancy of lava, so I wouldn't be able to answer that fully.
Density of lava.
The heat would not be a question.
I think the density of lava is going to be pretty dense.
Yeah, I think you would have a hard time swimming in it, but you could like stick your foot in lava.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
River Styx. Okay. All right. Got that.
Like I don't know. You wouldn't be able to like do the butterfly stroke in the top of a volcano or anything.
Well, why not?
I just don't. I think it's too thick.
It's a matter of, but like, so I can't go
like I can swim in
like
water.
Scrooge McDuck in coins.
Yeah, you know how that doesn't work. Like if you had a pile of money, you wouldn't be able to do the backstroke in money.
Okay, important question: can I suck lava into my mouth and spurt it like Scrooge McDuck spurts coins?
I think it would cool it down, so it'd probably cause you a lot of trouble in breathing.
Yeah.
You'd probably just end up with a mouthful of rock. You might not even be able to spit it out.
I could die?
Potentially.
All right, that's not looking too hot already. I don't know if I like that one. I'm trying to find the advantages to impervious to heat, or just
there's a lot of them.
So and I can just breathe underwater. The other one is just breathe underwater.
Yeah.
All right. What about super cold water? Am I gonna freeze to death in cold water? Like if I want to go to the Arctic and swim with like Arctic sharks,
it's gonna be cold. Yeah, the temperature is still the temperature to you.
Fuck, eh?
Yeah, but you can breathe.
I can breathe. That doesn't do me much good. Like if I'm in a Shark Tank and I want to be I'm trying to monetize things here. I'm trying to monetize them, right?
There's pros and cons on both sides. You just haven't found them.
If I put a pile of lava in my mouth, it's gonna turn into stone.
You're gonna cool it down.
It's gonna turn into igneous rock in my mouth.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, that's death. I'm risking more death.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you're not going to be able to monetize spitting lava.
Oh, I'm sure I can at least do a little street vendoring.
You could do one YouTube video, maybe.
Yeah, I think the street vendor thing is if I had to say it, a bucket of water, like watch me breathe in this for an hour or a half, they would be like, okay, well, we're not going to stick around for this. But if you're a street vendor that's like, I'm going to stick my hand into a molten bucket of lava, I think I'm going to make more as a street vendor off that.
I don't think you've looked at the like practical uses of these powers.
Like breathing underwater, or can I breathe anywhere? Can I just breathe? Can I breathe in a vacuum or no? Just underwater.
No, you can breathe underwater because you have gills.
That's what I was going to get to. I have gills. Where are the gills located?
Have you seen Waterworld?
Yes, behind the ears.
Behind the ears.
Behind the ears. That's subtle. Now,
it's subtle.
If someone twists my ear, am I going to suffer gill damage?
I mean, it depends on how hard. Someone sticks something in there.
Someone hits me with a bat in the ear, I can still probably breathe out the other ear.
Yeah. You're doing okay. It'll heal up.
I got to tell you, like so far, I mean, I'm not going to lean to one or the other, but I'm I'm very lean. I mean, there's only so many advantages to breathing underwater that one could imagine. Oh, can I go to Marianas Trench? Can I take on the pressures of the entire ocean? Am I allowed to just go to like submarinic pressures? Just hang out down there?
No, like the pressure's still the same.
Oh my God! So I got like a 20-foot depth.
Like you've got a little bit more because like your ears are more adapt to being underwater. So you know how when you go underwater, the pressure actually it's your ears that can't take the pressure.
It's everything, isn't it? Your lungs and your body, your eyes.
A little bit, but your lungs you don't need.
Your blood vessels, everything.
Nah, your lungs you don't need. Your eyes you can put goggles on.
Uh-huh.
You know, you can put goggles on. You can use your gills. Your gills can take the pressure.
Right.
Your ears are able to stop the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's not a problem, really. You can go further, but yeah, I mean, if you went to the depths where the pressure's like collapsing your rib cage, I think Marianas Trench would probably get. There.
No, you explode within like. Yeah. I think human beings like explode within like 100 feet. Like you're
they don't explode. It's the pressure on your head. Actually, the water goes into your ears,
and your lungs collapse, and your blood vessels expand or crush and expand or something. And
it puts such pressure that you can't breathe through your lungs. Yeah. You don't need your lungs. So as long as you're not bruising and breaking ribs,
I don't need my lungs anymore.
Well, no, you're breathing through your gills.
So as a human being, I don't need lungs anymore. I'm breathing through my gills, so I don't even have lungs?
Well, you have lungs because you can also walk on land.
Can I still smoke cigarettes?
Yes. Your lungs hate it.
Do I have to smoke it through my gills?
No.
I can smoke in my mouth still?
Yeah.
All right. Does either one of these options cause one to smell poorly?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't smell fishy or anything.
All right. There's no fish smell. There's no volcano smell, which I haven't been close to a volcano, but I gotta imagine
you're
it's gonna
impervious
smell
to heat and fire and anything like that.
Yeah.
All you've talked about is lava.
Mm-hmm. Are either one of these options? Can you travel through time?
No.
Okay. All right, because I was going to use that. I was going to use a flamethrower one to travel through time. I can definitely use that because that would freak people out.
Time traveling.
Back in like World War I, when they're using blowtorches, I'd be like, "Oh, this guy."
I'm no scientist, but I'm pretty sure our ability to accept heat is not what's holding us back from time travel. Pretty sure.
Hey, maybe that's the one thing. There's like, I wish we could send a human. Yeah, we got to send androids. I mean, that's why in Terminator 2 they sent androids back
because
humans couldn't take it.
Too hot.
It is. Well,
we do complain about it a lot.
It's humid, but you'll make it. It's wear some Bermuda shorts when we get you into the travel pod. It's that kind of
I don't
Florida.
Like feeling sticky.
Is time travel like is it pain? No, but it's very sticky.
It's very humid.
Bring some talc powder and a Hawaiian shirt.
It's very humid. Drink a lot of water.
The other thing about Hawaiian shirt, if you were to time travel, is that you would fit in almost any generation from the 1950s
Skinny
till
jeans
now.
And
you
Hawaiian shirt.
Just wear some pleated shorts, and you'll fit in any generation anywhere. Don't wear like New Balance. Wear like
a pair of skinny jean Levi's, man. They've been around since the 50s.
The Birkenstock's been around since the 70s. You could literally you have to find a wardrobe to travel in.
Yeah, so you don't stand out, right?
That's right.
Leather jacket, man.
I don't know.
50s, man.
A leather jacket in the 50s?
Yeah.
I'll be pulled over.
No.
Like I'll look like a greaser.
You will look. You'll probably get pulled over.
All right. So none of those things are included in the heat and the.
No.
No, that is difficult. I mean, no travel on the side. Okay. Say I'm breathing underwater, right?
Yeah. Can
I speak at full volume and everyone can hear me underwater, or is it just like the bubbly Chewbacca sound? Like, can I do interviews underwater?
No, because I mean, to use your voice is from your lungs. So, yeah.
Jesus, man. All right, that's a tough one too. All right, so if I'm underwater, and all right, this is important actually. Can I communicate with anything underwater. Can I communicate with animals underwater at all? Well, just
yeah. I mean, that's a great question. Being able to actually communicate with sea life does come with this. So it's actually what's funny enough.
This is why you ask questions.
Yeah, this is why I ask questions.
This is why I ask questions.
The gills are actually what's required to actually talk to other fish. The people that haven't learned this yet.
I have an excellent question.
Yeah.
So are they reading my gills through body language, or can I just like yell at a fish and it knows what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, you communicate because you don't hear fish.
Right.
So there's actually a frequency from gills to gills.
So
it's like a radio station we don't get.
So does my brain perceives fish's thoughts?
Yeah, you can hear you can have a full conversation with fish.
Does this work on land if they ever walk into an aquarium?
Yeah, no, they continue to work.
If I'm say I'm standing outside an aquarium.
Like if you're at Red Lobster,
yeah,
and you're like,
oh, that's gonna be tough.
You can hear what's going on.
They're gonna be screaming for help and I mean, lobsters gonna be pretty dumb. They're just sea bugs.
But that being said, you could communicate with a whole fucking pack of sharks.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, I like that. So I can communicate with sharks. Now they're not gonna bend to my will just because I'm talking to them.
They like it.
They like it.
They love it. They're like, holy shit, this dude can hear us.
They love it.
They love it.
Wait, important question. Am I going to be using some sort of political pundit for fish life and mammal life by the Fish Life Council, or am I just going to be like, am I going to be in charge?
Tell.
So
basically, you wake up tomorrow with gills.
So am I kingfish? Oh, I got to work it out.
You decide what you want.
So I got to start politicizing.
You don't get a whole fucking PR team with this.
Right. Okay, so when I'm impervious to heat,
yeah,
right. Can I communicate with fire?
No.
I can't control it. I can't communicate with it. Oh, my God. This is a tough one, man. This is a big decision here. Well,
but it does not affect you.
The floor is still open for questioning, so
I have not closed the floor for questions.
That's true. So
unless you're finished asking.
No. I have not finished asking my questions yet. I know there's some sort of catch in this fire life that I want to lead. I'm really upset about I can have igneous rock in my throat and die. All right, it's kind of upsetting in that sense. Oh, okay. Bullets are hot, right?
I'd imagine so. Yeah, they're fired. They're fired with a burst of gunpowder.
Right, but I'm not impervious to bullets. I can be shot.
Yep. Yeah. No, you can be shot.
But you can take a blowtorch to me. I'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I be soaked in gasoline and just be totally fine?
Yeah.
You have to wait for the gasoline to burn out.
Yeah.
Oh, important question. Do I have some sort of cool suit that I wear when I'm impervious to fire?
You could put on a cool suit, but it wouldn't last very long.
So it would burn off. So there's no point in having like a super suit or anything. So I'm going to end up nude.
I mean, I've heard there are like fire blankets and stuff. You'd have to find somebody who could maybe do that.
Asbestos blankets and stuff.
Asbestos blankets. Yeah. You're not impervious to asbestos.
No, not even. That's like on both sides. Not impervious to asbestos. It's going to be mesothelioma that takes me down. Asbestosis.
Asbestosis.
It actually exists. That's the thing. Asbestosis is a real thing. Man. I'm really leaning in here, and I was leaning one way, and I'm going the other way. But I'm really worried that there's something I'm not catching on the other end of things. I'm really scared. I'm missing something. On the fire end of things, I'm not bulletproof. I can drown in lava. I can basically have a blowtorch go after me, and heat, impervious to heat. At the other end, I'm seeing all pluses here. I'm going communicating with animals. Bend them to my will because they dig me so much.
Yeah, like if you play your cards right, they'll listen to you.
I can't go very deep. That's one problem.
You can't mind control them, but
right. But they're on board with everything I'm communicating. They're like, I'm on board.
They're like, holy shit!
I like what this
guy's
saying. Yeah, I dig. I like what I'm buying. What this guy's selling.
Think about this. You're hanging out. Mm-hmm. A wolf comes up and is like, holy shit, dude! I understand you. How cool do you think that wolf is?
How cool do I think that wolf is? I don't know, man. Like I probably would think of him as a wolf as I did before. Like He's just a wolf.
He just comes up and starts talking to you. You wouldn't that like.
I mean, he's like a party wolf. Like he wants to hang out,
or a bear. Pick whatever. Like an animal comes up to you.
And so they're just like infatuated with me because I can communicate with them.
Like I feel the same way. If a bear came up to me, he's like, "Yo, dude, what are you doing sitting here at this fire?" And I was like, "Holy shit, you can hear me and talk to me."
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want him to just walk away. I want to fucking talk to this guy.
That's important. That's important too. So animals think I'm super chill, and they just want to like. I'm kind of a celebrity to aquatic life.
Oh yeah, you'd be a myth. You'd be a legend.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm not entirely out of questions yet. Nothing comes with a cool suit. There's no cool tool belts. I mean, according to the fire side, why would I get one on the... Is there a cool tool belt on the aquatic side?
No.
All right. There's no cool tool belt on the aquatic side. All right. Well, I mean, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, buddy. I think I'm almost out of questions.
Well, that's funny. I've closed the floor.
Oh, really? Okay.
So
I've made my decision.
Yeah.
Out of stubbornness, I'm going with the flame thing. I'm going with the impervious to fire thing. It's out of stubbornness, though.
Why? Well, you know what's funny about that?
What's going on?
That's the correct answer.
I knew it. There's something going on there.
That's the correct answer.
There's something I don't know, isn't there?
Well, you would be a hero. And knowing yourself, I know how much you want to help some people. You would be the world's greatest fireman. You didn't get it there.
I can go into buildings.
You can go into a building that's completely in flames.
I'm on call.
You're on call, man. You're on call. And you were talking about how do I monetize this?
I come out nude every time carrying babies and puppies and
yeah,
cats
you're
and
just
dogs.
like, oh, let me go get your Wait, oh, you're fine China?
That's why I knew there was something I'm missing.
I'll go get it.
Yeah, I'll go grab that.
Yeah.
You know what? Turn the hoses off.
Yeah.
I'll get this.
Well, you just bought that TV? You know what? Fuck it.
Is it a plasma?
I don't know if it's something good. I'll go get it. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, cliffhanger's still on. Come on. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I'm going to need some new shoes. You buy me new shoes, I'll go get your TV. That's it.
I knew there's something.
Yeah.
I knew there's something there. I don't want to talk to him.
You really were really thinking about it.
Yeah, you were sweetening the deal on the aquatic side there. But I knew there was something I was missing.
A lot of pros over there. Yeah.
I mean, talking to a shark would be pretty cool, but I mean, all they got to think about is swimming and eating. So, like, what are they really going to know about?
I wish I knew, but I've closed the floor for conjecture.
All right, break. So please send in some would you rather's. They don't have to be super difficult.
No, we can probably make them difficult.
We can make them difficult. They're better with a third party. So I hope maybe we'll have a third party for our next podcast.
Well,
maybe
I can tell you right now, my buddy Nate, who is bonkers crazy on Nate Plays Games on Twitch.
Okay.
So he's a big gamer. He's been bugging me. He's like, let me know. I'll drive. He lives in like nowhere near 45 minutes from here. He's like, I'll drive to Oshawa to be on.
All right, perfect.
And he's got he's got the Geek-Centric podcast. He's got Geek-Centric YouTube. Okay. He wants to come be a guest.
Oh, beautiful.
So maybe we'll organize that and we'll have him come be a guest. So
that'd be
shout
great.
out to Nate and his,
why don't you
his things.
Share your email?
The Dumpster Talk email is info@dumpstertalk.com.
So it's going to be...
Info?
So if you go to the Dumpster Talk Instagram, you can just...
You can message us there. You can message us there.
So, okay, how about we just make it exclusively just the Instagram? Because people could email and could do all kinds of things. We have to exclusively make it the Instagram Dumpster Talk message board.
Or want me to post a contest for the T-shirts?
Yeah, okay, perfect.
The Would You Rather contest?
Well, I would rather you do it... Okay.
Would you rather?
Well, no, because it's going to be based on people who listen to the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Not who, because if you make an Instagram post about it,
well, then
it's going to be people that are responding to it, but people that haven't listened to it.
That's what okay. So that's what I'm saying.
Whoever
email us.
So it's an email thing.
Send us an email. Yeah, because if you do it on the Instagram, I'll announce who wins on Instagram.
Right.
But whoever emails us, it's info@dumpstertalk.com. First person who sends one in, a Would You Rather, will get a free T-shirt. Justin's paying the shipping. Old Baloney Jones.
That's me.
And The next two people, the two runners-up or
So
runner-ups? Runner-ups or runners-up?
Yeah, you're running up. You're gonna get something.
Is it? Yeah, but where's the S go? Runners-up or runner-ups?
It's runners-up.
Runners-up.
Or the runner-up. It's not. Those are two people you're talking about.
The two runner-up?
That
doesn't make sense.
Say no, but the second person in line is the runner-up. It's not the runners-up. So if you're talking
and who's the third runner-up?
If you're talking about the second and third, it's runners-up.
Runners-up.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
The second and third place winners will get a free T-shirt. You're paying shipping.
Yes.
That's what we've decided.
Totally reasonable.
Yeah. We're not made of money here. Fuck.
I hope it was.
You don't hear ads on this shit.
One of these Australian fucking listeners.
Speaking of which,
that's gonna cost me $70.
This is where I'm going to put in an ad for Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
For those of you watching,
we got a new sponsor.
Love Island.
We have a new sponsor. It's Caesar's Palace. Mike, why don't you take it away and tell us about Caesar's Palace?
I'm going to tell you about the incredible dining experience down in George Cathy's.
Mike, isn't there like a full lobster dining area?
They have all the foods, all the seafoods, all the steaks, all the beefs, all the porks. They have everything in this buffet of brilliance.
Isn't there blackjack available 24/7 down there?
You can play blackjack for 24 hours a day.
What about our Chinese friends? What about, is there mahjong? Is there all these?
You can play mahjong for money. Win big. Down on our play floor, minimum buy-in is a $1.50 US.
Oh, that's okay. That's $400 we just made right there. So that's pretty good. Okay,
we've made no dollars.
We made $400 off one ad.
$0.
That's really good. We had to talk about CaesarsPalace.com for if you want to gamble online, it's CaesarsPalace.com.
Caesar's Palace with an S.
With an S, no Z's,
all S's, no C's, all S's. Caesar's
Make
Palace.
sure you go to the right site because you don't want to have your money flying around out there anyway. So thank you to Caesar's Palace for being our first sponsor.
At notascam.com.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do our sponsor now. Butter. Eat some butter. You like butter? You got to get it. Come get some butter. You got to put it on toast. You got to use it in your pan. Get some butter. It's always tasty and it's always good. And it's never been bad. I put it in cookies. I don't put it on them, but when I make cookies, it's very integral to the recipe.
Yeah, no, that's what makes them soft.
It's crazy. When I make cookies, I didn't know.
That's the tagline is butter. It makes them soft. Just wanted to thank our sponsors there. That's what keeps the lights on around here, as everybody says.
It's all our producers and everyone working on this.
Everyone working on this. All the hard work that everybody's been doing.
Must be like 40 people below us at this point now. Below us. And I mean, not employees. I just mean like general people I know, just people that are below me. And then other people that we employ.
Like people you don't want to talk to because they are beneath you.
I feel they're beneath me.
Yeah.
Below me. Beneath me.
They're beneath me. Below me.
Well, they're below me in the other sense that
I like how you just keep telling them to below you.
Well, when we have sex, I'm the top. So they're also below me.
Yeah. They're beneath me, so below me.
You're beneath me, so below me. That's tough. That's a mean one. You're beneath me, so below me. That's tough.
How has that not been used as a joke before?
Yeah, that's strange. It belongs on a Trump T-shirt.
Yeah. You're beneath me, so below me.
I just violated a rule where we don't talk about Trump on this podcast.
Well, we've mentioned it.
Yeah, but we don't talk about it.
Do you ever, have you ever learned how to talk into your mic?
Oh, Jesus.
You've been like,
I'm
smoking everywhere around it.
Yeah. Well, I sound like wavy gravy, bro.
Yeah. And secondly, have you ever watched My Cartoon President?
No, I wouldn't, because there's no way I want to even see. I want to be objected to another diatribe by that guy, no matter what it is. Even if it's making fun of him, it doesn't matter. Because
it's fair. That's fair to say. I mean, watching it just made me sadder.
The guy makes me sick.
I was like, oh man, this is not far off.
It makes me honestly fucking sick. He's like, I don't understand how people can't. We're doing it, but I just don't understand how someone can't see when they're looking at that guy that he's so obviously lying and bad. He's bad at it. He's actually bad at lying. He's not good at it. He's good at diverting. Terrible. And he's very good at just
I don't know if he's very good at that.
You good at diverting?
Yeah, like, I mean, I think he's good enough at it.
To an idiot. I think
he's good enough at it.
I think what's happened is that half of America is dumb as fuck. That's what's happened to America. They've literally undermined education so deeply out there. Where they in Alabama, they have textbooks from the 70s still. Like, that's fucking crazy.
And like the fact that it's just like, just push them on through. You know, he failed. Nah, just push them on through.
Yeah, and the foster care system, they've proven time and time again, the foster care system is directly in relation to unemployment and the jail system. They say like it's like 80% of people that are in foster care end up in the jail system in some form, under arrest at some point in their life. So it's 80%. Why don't you just reform the foster care system, or maybe allow abortions in these areas where people that don't want to have kids don't give them up to foster care? You're not going to have criminals and convicts that people don't want around.
Dude, that shit is fucking. It's wild to me. Just that, like,
we're gonna get all mad. I'd rather talk about mallets and sea turtles or something, and is it's gonna bend my brain.
Frog suits and mallets.
Yeah, that's what I'd rather talk about. Is frog suits and mallets. Tape. Yeah, we're not stupid out here at Dumpster Talk, but we are dumb, and you'd rather remain dumb. So
I wouldn't say that we're stupid, but we're ignorant and prefer to stay that way.
It's blissfully ignorant.
Blissfully ignorant. I just don't care. To be honest, I just don't give a shit anymore. You know what? Like, and that's not true that I don't give a shit about anything. It's that I don't give a shit, and I'm going to do what I can in my small circle of things. And, like, that's who I am. I'm not the person that's going to go lead a fucking march somewhere. It's just not me. But I'm going to do the best that I can from the small circle that I'm in. And that might be really shitty. I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm sure I'll get
I know me and you were doing jack shit. There's that thing which says like work locally, think globally.
Yeah.
Right? And there's that kind of thing. Like, I agree with it, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing any volunteer work. I'm blowing it in my own community. Our community is in desperate need of volunteers and everyone else around it. And
I think there's something to be said to volunteer, and I've done a small amount of volunteering, mostly because my job has doubled. Like, if I volunteer, then they pay for my time. So, like, for every hour that I work, my work donated like $66 an hour or something like that. Okay, 1 second.
I'm trying to use the force to drag my backpack over and make him get it. Thank you, sir.
Wow, it made it. You used the force. But I that's how I've ended up actually doing some volunteer work, is just that I know it's providing a donation. I've done some shit for Habitat for Humanity. That was a really great thing. It was a long time ago now, or at least a couple of years ago.
Why'd you do that?
Why? Or when?
When? Why?
Well, I don't know. I didn't hear what you said.
What'd you do that for?
Why'd you do that?
What are you, some kind of sucker?
When I did it, it was probably a couple of years ago now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But that was, like, it was really awesome. To be honest, like, I've done construction work, and, like, I'm sure you've done a bunch of construction work and, like, things like that. And it's like, we showed up, and there's like a big powwow, you know, like people are like barely wearing any work boots, and they're like, here's all your hard hats. They hand them all out.
Yeah.
Here's all your gloves. Here's the tools you're gonna be doing. Like, you 3 people are gonna go put down plywood on this floor, and you 3 people are gonna go over here,
swampers,
and you're gonna put in stair supports or whatever it is. And by the time you're given the rundown, here's how the day is gonna go, and you get all suited up, then you're put into your teams, then you go, then you learn about the job, what you're going to do for the job. You work for 1 hour, and then it's first break. And you're like,
yeah,
okay, cool, all right, go to first break. Then there's another little powwow. They talk about how your day's going.
Yeah, it's a supportive meeting.
Yeah, and you know, and then by the time that's done, then you go back. Then they're like, okay, well, we're going to break for lunch. You maybe did another hour and a half. And it's like lunchtime. They've provided a lunch of some sort. Maybe our company did. I don't remember who provided lunch, but lunch got provided. And it wasn't anything special, which you don't expect much because you're volunteering. I think they provided, but it was just like a couple sandwiches and some fruit, whatever. And so you eat lunch, and then they play a game. Then they do a photo shoot. They ask you to tag it all in your social media and do all that, right? You like play like a hammer game and all this stuff. And they ask you to tag it all in your social media and everything else. But what I realized is that, and so we find out, like, we do this. I'd say there's no way that I did more than 6 hours work.
Right.
Full day there. No way I did more than 6.
Probably, sounds like it'd be possible for you to get more than 3. But yeah.
Probably 4 or 5 hours. Yeah. And like, I'd say maybe 6 hours max. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm trying because I'm like, fuck, I like doing this shit. So like, let me fucking go to work on this. Like, I got this. Like, go away. And because like I'm trying to like help them build shit, but like you can tell that this is their PR day, and so
yeah,
like they get people to come in as groups because they won't take small groups. I found out, and if you're going to bring a group, they want a monetary donation to come with your volunteering. So,
Jesus,
your monetary donation that you bring in is like you come in, you give that. We didn't have to give it. Our company's giving the monetary donation,
right.
Then they're matching it as well, and that's what pays for all the materials that they're using with the real contractors that show up on the days off.
Right, that's
to
what I was
going to
say. They're gonna have migrant workers come in and do the job for next to nothing,
and like the
people that need the housing.
Yeah, so like there's the one contractor who's like, oh fuck, we got the fucking PR day, and he's like, yeah you know what, you guys are going to be. I
had something similar happen. I was on the Debbie Travis show once, and Debbie Travis, she would do the extreme home makeover thing, and like nothing was happening, and everything was going bad. Like, and the guy that owned the house hated that we were there. He is the one that called us in, but he didn't have a real good plan. So here's Debbie Travis like actually arguing with the guy, on camera and off camera, but on camera, and trying to make him see their way for the way he wants to, the way they want to design the house.
I mean,
and he's standing in the way the whole time and fucking it all up.
Don't get me wrong. Like I'm sure. Like I want to make sure that I make this clear. Sorry to cut you off. Habitat for Humanity is giving these houses to people.
Yeah.
They're giving them a place to live, and here's like residents and everything else. So like they're doing a great thing. It's just that the work that you do when you go to work for them, that's not what's building the house. They need the funding,
right?
And so these
money builds the house, not volunteering. Money builds the house.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that people are aware that like I'm not slagging them for the way it's being done because it's fucking working. Right. They're able to build they've built full communities for these people that need housing, and I'm all for it. It just was an eye opener where I was like, oh sweet, I'm gonna go build a house for like 9-10 hours because like sure 8 hours, yeah right, we'll still be there 10 hours because I know construction. I was like no, like.
I want to regurgitate something that I learned online. Now, this is dicey when you learn something online.
Yeah, no, it's probably terrible.
It's probably bad. But here's what I think I learned. Now, I went through about 3 or 4 articles. I didn't just read some headline and went and shot it out.
Was it from The Onion?
Yeah, my only news source. No, what happens is, say if you're at a Loblaw superstore or that's some American thing. I don't know what are the say a Walmart or something, and they ask you if you want to donate to something. Mm-hmm. What happens is that they're legally allowed to list that as their charitable donation that year because you've donated, not them. So now,
no, we gave it to Walmart. Walmart is now donating it.
Is now giving. All you're doing is paying them their mandatory. Charitable break that they're supposed to give up under tax.
Yeah.
So
to get a tax exemption.
So if you want to donate, don't give it to No Frills. Don't give it to Walmart. Don't give it to the Loblaws.
Just give it to the.
Just give it directly to the organization, and don't be stumped by when you go to the cashier. And I saw one guy say it was funny. He was like, if pink ribbons, if buying pink ribbons cured cancer, we would have cured cancer 100 years ago, before it even started.
Yeah.
It's completely ridiculous to give corporations money and say like, oh, they're probably going to do the right thing with it.
And I do, I donate, and not to toot my horn, I donate to Sick Kids Monthly. Like I just do that constantly, and I do it through, I have a web link that I do
the exact same thing.
No, I do it through work, and my work matches it. So
I just do mine through, I got talked in by some dickhead in a clipboard
when
I was on a first date. I was knocked over like 20 beer bottles.
They're cans, but it's
the cans. My cans, my precious antique cans. No, but I got talked into it on a first date. I was on a first date with a girl, and this guy pulled me over, and I was very new to Toronto, and pulled me over, and she's the whole time like tugging on my sleeve, like, "Are you stupid?" Because she's a native of Toronto.
Yeah.
So he's stupid getting caught up with this guy. Ended up with him like signing over my credit card. I've given $15 a month to sick kids for like, I guess it's been like 20 years now. Just been like, okay, I'm just doing that. That's a shitty thing.
I used to do it, and the first time I did it, so we had the guys with the clipboard. I worked in a mall. I work in a mall, not anymore right now, but I was working in the mall, and I was applying to move up a position, and I remember like seeing someone that sick kids, and I was like, you know what, like I'm barely scraping by right now, but you know what, I'm up for a better position, which is way better pay, and I'm telling you right now, if I get that position, I'm going to come back here, I'm going to sign up, I can afford the $20 a month, not a big problem, don't worry about it, because it would be huge. I was going to be making the raise was half of that an hour. So I was like, yeah, sure, like let's do this. And so I end up signing up because I got the position. I end up signing up completely.
Yeah,
you're the worst.
I gotta pee, but come on, go ahead. No, finish the story. It's fine.
I've never seen someone look through me the way you just looked through me.
No, Cody, finish up. I gotta pee. It's fine.
But I ended up doing that. I ended up signing up, and I was. You know, I like sick kids is the one found it like thing that I just want to like. I think kids deserve to be kids. Like, just they need to be able to play, and if you can get another kid out to play, that I think that's the best thing ever.
I was serving a charity. It's called Kids Don't Deserve to Be Kids.
Yeah,
and it's I'm funding it
Good
lightly
luck.
myself, and it's what it is. It takes kids from rich suburban areas, and just takes them into to go work a mine for a couple days.
Cages.
Yeah, work a mine, spend a day in a cage.
Are they chained
like
at least?
Be a little more. I mean, they're monitored. They're definitely monitored. Right.
That's good enough, I guess.
So it's one of the. I'm working towards that charity right now. So if you want to fund that, it's you can find me on Instagram at Baloney Jones.
Where I was getting with this last point.
Mm-hmm.
I found out that my work would match it after doing this for a year, and I was like, "Fuck, that's like a lot of money that I wasn't matching that my company could be giving."
Right.
So I sign up. And there's two. There's six sick kids,
mm-hmm.
and there's Sick Kids Foundation.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck is the difference? I'm like, is one of these a scam?
Mm-hmm.
Is one of these like real? Is one of them not real? So I had to like do a little research. I'm like, there's Sick Kids and there's Sick Kids Foundation. What the fuck am I donating to?
Right, yeah.
Sick Kids is like straight up, you're donating to the Sick Kids Hospital.
Right.
Sick Kids Foundation is to pay for the people to go with clipboards.
Oh, Jesus.
And to be in the malls and things like that. In which... You know what? I'm sure they're raising.
They're drumming
something
up.
They're drumming up a lot of money.
But you're still paying someone to
pay for that. But you're paying for the people to go find people to pay.
Right.
And I just like I'm sure there is a reason for it. And I'm sure it brings in a lot more money. Like they wouldn't do it if it wasn't bringing in more money, because those people are volunteering.
There's people literally in my close family that they work with, they work with charities, and these people are making very good money because they work with charities.
Yeah, I know people that work with charities. But they make great money.
But these people are CEOs of charities, or they're doing this and that with charities. They're high up at charities. I'm really stepping on my own toes here. But I'm saying, like, if someone at a charity is making $100,000 a year, you're not really paying into a charity, are you? Like,
if there's anything that I'll give back to, like, the people that are religious in our communities, at least up here in Canada, like the priests or pastors or whatever is in our, I don't know religion very well, so fuck me.
Popes. They're called mini popes.
Tiny popes.
Yeah, little baby popes.
Super tiny super popes.
Tiny mini popes.
Mini popes. But they make like the bare minimum. They make like, $65,000 a year, enough to get by, to live, to like, and they're given a place to live. Like, they're making very little money in comparison to, like, I do know people that work, and what they do is they sell advertising for charities and things like that, and they're making like 100,000 a year.
That's funky. Like, you think about pro bono stuff and all that stuff that someone could do. Like, shouldn't you be, if it's for sick kids, shouldn't you be doing it? Shouldn't you be doing it for free? And I think Sick Kids is the one that perpetuates a lot of stuff. I mean, not perpetuates, but I mean, pushes through. I think when people like Sick Kids are like, oh man, we can't profit off.
I don't want to like. I don't know the right word, but the term, like, I don't want to poo-poo all over it.
You're disparaging charities.
But, like, it's because I think charities are great, and I think that raising money, say they didn't exist, say these people that sold the advertising or sold the foundation didn't exist. Well, maybe they're only bringing in $1 million a year. Mm-hmm. Well, if the foundation's there and the foundation costs $5 million, but now they're bringing in $25 million, it's like, well, it's fucking worth it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like if the money's going in a good place, if they
brought in $25,000, yeah, it's still going to the right place. But that's how these people justify themselves. Like, well, we're still giving it to the charity. Like, yeah, but how many people are employed that could have given these salaries away? That this could all be done. Everything could be done volunteer on this. And you know what? I'm not volunteering, so who am I to say?
That depends on how much work actually needs to be done. And you know what? They're probably doing a lot of work. Like, there's no way. Sure,
maybe.
I'm hoping.
I would like to think so. Benefit of the doubt. I'm hoping
it's not like a city job.
No, I think if you directly work for a charity as a CEO or something, and you're making 100 G's, and you're like, well, that's the cost of my living around here, and I spend all my time on this. Like, why don't you go live with them, the very people you're trying to help? I mean, if you're so righteous, and hey, I'm not, so who am I to say at this point, too, either, right? Like, isn't this just pot kettle black and the kettle's gray because I'm not even doing anything at all.
I think it's all weird and it's all relative. Like, it's definitely hard because all of a sudden you're there and you're like, well, now I got all these fucking bills that are all fucking here. Like, you never have enough money. You never do. You got, literally tomorrow, if you started making double what you make today, you'd still be fucking broke.
Totally disagree. I've made like 1/8 of what I typically make through the entire COVID process. And I'm having a great time.
Sure, but I'm just saying, if you had more,
but I don't.
You wouldn't. Your life, you're not going to do much.
I don't strive
more
for much. I don't strive for much.
Most people wouldn't change many things. They might, sure, like somebody all of a sudden's making twice as much money. They're buying a twice as big house, and they're still strapped for fucking cash.
Yeah, people live beyond their means out in Western culture, no matter what. That's what it is. But I don't. I think we're living below our means. I mean, according to the culture around us, we're living definitely below our means. But nonetheless, I think it's fucking stupid, like what people do. I see some of my friends buy these giant houses, these mansions. That I grew up in a fucking giant house, and I still don't understand why my parents did it. Are you pausing it? Please pause. I got to pee so bad.
This you need to get something checked. Because I'm going to tell you right now,
it's a small bladder.
It's 10 fucking minutes.
It's a small bladder.
Fuck me.
And we're back.
Fucking idiot.
Sorry. Thing is, in the downtime when you were gone, we had a long political discussion, and we decided it's no fucking fun to listen to.
Oh, it's depressing. It's
just
fucking
talking about sucks.
Depressing life.
Bums everybody out.
And I'm glad it wasn't recorded.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of campfires, we talked about them a long time ago.
We spoke of a campfire.
I talked about how we played Would You Rather
Good
around a campfire. We were at a campfire recently at the cottage.
Yeah.
And there's even a backstory to this backstory that I'm talking about. Is we were trying to do Nobody Speak. We were trying to wrap those parts, which has been fun. I don't think we've ever been successful or close to successful with it.
Right.
So I learned the guitar part to it, and I'm playing this at the campfire. McDee's trying to figure out the fucking rap parts to it.
There's a fire poker. There's a fire poker around this thing, and it's about 4.5 feet tall. Right. It's a big long piece of stainless steel.
Yeah.
The point of it is a dulled, sharp end. There's a hook on the end of it too, right? Much like a fireplace poker. There's a hook.
Yeah, there's a hook on the end of it. Yeah.
Now, the point of it is very dulled. And while I'm talking and trying to get through the process,
trying to rap,
I keep stabbing it into the floor around me and talking, stabbing it as one.
Not very often, to be honest. I probably, yeah,
just like as a dictator would, just for inference, just stabbing it and stabbing it.
Mostly only stabbed it every time you fucked up the words.
Yeah.
Which, you were getting a few here and there, and you were getting it, and then you get somewhere a little bit further. But you'd had it with how terrible you were doing, and decided to stab one more time while I'm playing guitar, and smash me right in the pinky toe.
Smash you in the pinky toe. Bad.
Pretty bad. I'm wearing a pair of Vans slip-ons at the time. Not the most protective piece of gear. And yeah, I with a fucking fire poker. And anyways.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's straight out of the clip, because the funniest part about this is that this happens. I get upset about it. I'm like, oh my God, he's upset. He's upset because he's like, I didn't mean to do it, and I believe you. You did not mean to do it. But our friend Kim actually, I found out today, and this is 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Or about a week and a half later, our friend Kim actually was recording. And sent me a video, and it's a video of a fire, and I'm watching this video, and I'm like, oh, that's
what a late send on her part, though. You think they'd be like, over your
place? It was
place?
actually a nice surprise, though. It was almost clandestine that she sent it on the day that we actually got together to record. We were planning to record the next day.
It's true.
We didn't. Or maybe that was the day we were planning to record. I don't know. I remember driving home being like, fuck, we didn't record. But she sent the video, and so I have the video with audio.
Are you going to interject the video right here?
No, I think I'm going to do it here.
Oh,
I don't know. It's going to be here somewhere. And so yeah, if you've heard it, wicked. If you haven't heard it, it's happening now. Or now. Now. One of these places.
Oh my God, my fingers are fucked. Give me lit. I'm gonna send you to the yard, get a stick, make a switch. I end the conversation real quick. I am crack, I ain't lying, kick ain't lying in this crack. Give me shit. I'm a faller from the crib, take a shit. Punch your lips, I'm a fucking nut, and I'm fucking. The fucking thing needs to move. I can't see the fucking. Oh! No! Are you Why? Okay? I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay? My favorite part is when he screams, "Why?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? I think the exact same thing once.
There's there's a bunch of things that happen in there. It might not even be that great to hear. I'm not too sure if it's going to be super entertaining, but I'll throw the clip in there. And it's basically me. I try to kick him. Then I hit you with a guitar. And you can barely hear that in the audio clip.
You can actually hear the thunk of the
poker smash.
The poker hitting him in his toe, which is insane because
it's still fucked up. If I put pressure in certain spots, it still fucking hurts.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. If I when you try to crack your toes, you bend them over a little bit. Like I can't do that with the pinky toe.
I've screamed "why" like that twice in my life.
Why?
One was when my cousin Adam barfed all over my brand new Super Nintendo on Boxing Day, which is the day after. So I just got it.
You got it on Christmas.
I got it on Christmas. He comes over, and he is sick from the heat in the basement. There's too many kids around, partying around him, and he's low constitution kind of kid.
Yeah.
Very sharp kid. He projectile vomits all down the screen and all over the Super Nintendo. Shorts out. The whole thing's gone. It's all gone.
Wow.
And I jumped up and screamed out, "Why?" And my brother took it all apart, dried it out, and made it work again. And it was okay. It was okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old was your brother at the time?
He's 6 years older than me, but he was always savvy in some way. And my dad was pretty sharp too. Yeah. So it was just one of those things like take it apart.
Took it apart, cleaned all the
figured
contacts,
it out real
put
quick.
it back together.
Right.
That's pretty impressive.
The other time I screamed "why" was when I walked into a house party and it said no shoes. Right, the sign, and I walked right in, and everyone's got their shoes on. And the guy goes, "This fucking lacrosse player that I can hate the guy. I still hate him to this day."
You think he's still playing lacrosse?
I actually think he is, yeah.
Wow.
And he He goes, you got your shoes off? I'm like, yeah. And he literally, through my sock, kicked my fucking big toenail off. He didn't stomp my toe. He kicked my foot.
Ouch.
And it fucking, my big toenail just fucking popped right out under my sock. And I just screamed out, why?
Oh, my God.
And I just fucking collapsed.
But everyone else was wearing shoes.
No, the people that were behind me took their shoes off too. But it was one of those things like,
why would he do that?
Because he's a fucking lacrosse player.
Was he wearing shoes?
Yeah, he was wearing fucking boots. He was wearing big goddamn boots like everyone else in the house when I got to the top floor of this apartment. And I didn't. Yeah, it was one of those things. And it's,
Dickhead.
You guys are fucking dickhead. Guys are dickhead. Are we closing it up?
I think we should probably button her up.
All right, well.
But I got a few things to hit, though.
Oh, please.
First of all, thank you to our sponsors.
Caesar's Palace.
Little Caesar's Palace.
Little Caesar's Palace.
And
butter.
And butter. Yeah. Well, two important things.
He was more butter.
Second of all, don't forget, email info@dumpstertalk.com. If you're driving, pull over, send us that email, because I know people listen to this while they're doing shit, and they're not going to do it. Send us a would you rather.
To reiterate, the only would you rathers we're accepting are via the email?
I mean, we might pull up the other ones if someone sends them another way, but you're not getting a fucking T-shirt.
All right. I like that.
If you want a T-shirt.
It's only the email.
Yeah,
which
email.
I'm pretty sure only you have access.
Send me an email with a would you rather, one would you rather. Mm-hmm. You can put some bonuses in there if you want.
You could even send half a would you rather, and, we can match
send
it
the
up.
whole fucking would you rather.
I mean, you'd be a real dick if you sent us half of one.
That's a shit move.
Right.
Secondly, tell me your T-shirt size.
Mm.
These are, for those who care, Gildan soft styles. It's a nice, easy wear. Second, that was the second. Third, green or black if you have a preference, but no promises.
Go with the green. The green's way better.
It depends. I thought the green would look better on me than it does.
Green looks great. The green looks good.
It looks great. I love the shirt. I did that basically because I'm like, I want to wear that shirt.
We're giving away all the blacks and all the greens are taken. But I mean, nonetheless, state your preference.
State your preference.
The green looks good.
First choice.
Yeah. If we were strung it on sizes, you're going to get a black, but we have
I think we have most. We have most of everything. But just give me your size. They're all unisex, so fuck yourself. Give me your size, and then also first choice in color, second choice in color.
Oh, we want to thank everyone who stayed subscribed during our giant long hiatus. It's been 2.5 months since we made a podcast.
And I think it was 2.5 months since before then too. So whatever.
Yeah, I know. We got to start doing. We're trying to make a schedule, but Jesus,
I don't know. Give us some communication. Tell us how you feel.
Right.
Give us some shit. I mean, give us shit.
Chew us out.
Chew us out.
We're here to entertain you.
Leave me a voicemail.
Are we not entertaining you?
I'll play. Leave me a voicemail.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? If you're not, let us know.
Yeah.
Write to us at something.
Info
at dumpstertalk.com. Info at dumpster. That's pretty easy. It's info at. So the at is in the middle?
Well, it's like any other email address.
No, I'm not good at this stuff. Info at little symbol thingy. Dumpster talk.
Yep.
Dot.
Yep.
Com?
You got it.
All right. That's pretty easy.
Way to go, little buddy.
Well, I could probably do that.
Oh, he's just such a little guy. He's just a little
baby. All right. So we're going to close this one out.
I'm Mike Smith.
And I'm Justin McDonald.
Baloney Jones.
And this ain't never going to work. No!